England, I don't think.
Let's talk about England.
English fans, please look away. This is going to be very brutal. Please look away. Don't just, trigger warning, look away. I'll say this about England.
6 goals against France, Joe.
I'll say this about England. England has one problem. And there's only one way they're going to fix it. England is a small footballing country. England is a football midget. And the sooner they accept that, remember what they say in Alcoholics Anonymous? Acceptance is the first step.
Yeah.
England has won one World Cup, 1966. Ever since then, they haven't made a single World Cup final. Argentina has been to 6. Germany has been, I think, to 6. England thinks they are the same level as Germany and Argentina. They are not. They are at the same level as DR Congo, Malawi. Senegal is a bit higher. England has to look in the mirror, Trevor. England has to take it.
Yo, what an outlandish
I'll tell you
claim.
this. No. Okay. You think it's outlandish. England has one World Cup more than Uganda. And England has as many World Cup final appearances as Uganda since 1966.
That's a crazy way to win an argument. I'd rather say this.
How would you put it?
If you're not a troll.
Okay, I'm not trolling. I'm stating facts.
I'm not saying you're trolling.
Yes.
I'm just saying you're a troll.
Yes.
So, if you're not a troll,
okay.
If I was to give an honest assessment of England, this is what I would say. I think sometimes the English, the fans of the team,
yes,
they are confused by the quality of the Premier League, and they think that quality will immediately translate to the national team, forgetting that a lot of the highest quality in the Premier League doesn't come from the English players.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying the English players are not great in the Premier League, but I'm saying if we look at the standouts, every single season,
they're from other countries.
Mohamed Salah, who else?
Said like Rodri.
Mohamed Salah, Rodri. Like if we look of the champions, Kevin De Bruyne. Just go through like the champions over the past few years. Bruno Fernandes. You know what I mean? Not even a champion, but like if we look at like top goal scorers, top assists, Erling Haaland.
But I said this in our preview podcast. I remember when I said England has never produced the greatest player.
Do you realize
they produce good players?
Do you realize until
but
this
always
third place?
Better players from
but do you realize
countries.
until this third place game? No Premier League player had scored.
England had never reached England. This was England's highest performance.
Yeah, but I'm saying, do you also understand that? No Premier League player had scored.
Yes.
But now the drama, I don't know if you've seen the drama, it's getting spicy. So if you've seen on Instagram and if you saw after the match, so Bukayo Saka gets a hat-trick, right? Shows like Bukayo Saka-ness. Yes.
Start padding.
Team wasn't
in a meaningless game.
The team wasn't.
Start padding.
Do you think it's a meaningless game?
It's a meaningless game. It was played at walking pace. I've seen games on our Tuesday night pickup that have far more intensity than that. It was a meaningless game.
The last 20 minutes weren't meaningless.
Yeah, but
the last 20 minutes were real.
Look, I feel like the fans should have been refunded their money.
I think the fans got more value at that game than all the other games they've watched.
Not if you're a real soccer fan. You see today's game. Today's game was intense. Yesterday,
nah, bruh.
Trevor, I'll say this. Let me first say this about
No. Wait.
Okay?
This is what I'm saying. You're not wrong. If we're going to talk about it in like an academic...
Is England a great footballing
as
nation?
an academic footballing exercise, it was not great football.
Okay.
No one was committing.
I don't want to talk about the third place playoff.
No one was pressing.
We don't have time. This is like discussing Rob Kardashian. No, I'd rather talk about Kim Kardashian and the rest. I'm not going to talk about a third place playoff. I don't have time. Trevor, let's talk about England. I want to diagnose England's problem because I want to help England become a better footballing nation. England has to admit they are not on the same level as Argentina, Germany, France, Spain. They're not.
But I think they know that.
No, they don't. And you blame the fans. I don't blame the fans.
No, I'm not saying the fans.
No.
I'm not saying the fans.
I blame the media. So the English media is very good at bigging up English players.
Yeah.
And then the English fans and the English players drink the Kool-Aid. And they come in thinking, if England came into the World Cup with the same expectations as Malawi, as Curaçao, they would always overperform. But when you come in thinking you're Argentina, you always feel you underperformed. So here's the problem with England. And I'm not hating, guys. I know some people say you're hating on England. I love England, guys. They gave me Shakespeare. They gave me the Beatles. They gave me Harry Potter. They gave me The Office. They gave us Mr. Bean. I love England. Our best friend, Lawrence, is English. One of the best stand-up dudes you'll ever see. Trevor, I went to perform in England. Best comedy audiences by a country mile. I love England. Here's the problem with England. England, first of all, my beef with England is simple. England deprioritizes players who make other countries win. A player like Pedri would never, ever shine in England.
Yeah.
A player like Vitinha would never shine. A player like Messi, he's too small.
People are saying that about Kobe Mainoo. They're saying, how on earth did Kobe Mainoo not play? Even in this World Cup, they're saying, why didn't Saka play more?
So forget Saka, forget Kobe Mainoo. England, for the longest time, if you've watched international football, you can go back as far back as the days of Glenn Hoddle. You can go as far back as the days of Chris Waddle. You can go back as recently as Paul Scholes. England doesn't like gifted technicians. You can look at Mesut Ozil, the way the media treated him.
Yeah.
They think they are lazy. What England wants is passion and lungs. Declan Rice, Elliot Anderson, those players will never win a championship because when they meet great technicians, they always disappear.
Yeah.
So England has never treated. The last time England actually built around a great technician was Paul Gascoigne. And when Paul Gascoigne was playing for England, that's when England dared to dream. If you watch Euro 96, when he scored that goal against Scotland, beautiful football by England, Gaza, that's majestic. I still remember the commentary. It's almost like Sipio Shabalala's commentary.
Yeah.
He got the ball, long hoof forward, as always by England. Teddy Sheringham brought it down, passed it to Darren Anderton. Darren Anderton saw Gascoigne charging towards the Scottish box, passed it to him. Gascoigne looped it over the defender and hit it before it hit the ground. That's technique. England should build around players like that. Instead, what does England do? England treats them with suspicion or treats them as lepers. They throw them out of the team. Look at Paul Scholes. Paul Scholes, you sent me something that was very interesting, where Paul Scholes said, even when we used to win,
we never felt like we were in control. Yeah.
And remember, my response to you was, Paul Scholes is so close to the answer. He's actually the closest to the answer, but his Englishness can't make him see it. If England had built around Paul Scholes, instead of Gerrard and Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard,
yeah.
Paul Scholes was idolized by Barcelona players. Xavi had his posters. Iniesta had posters. Zidane said the one player he wanted to play with was Paul Scholes.
But here's my issue, though.
Yes.
Here's my issue. Aren't you basically just saying that every team should try and be Spain? Because because when France won the World Cup, they didn't play that way.
They built around Zidane. A technician, a great technician.
No. In Mbappe's World Cup?
In Mbappe's, they had Griezmann was a great technician. He wouldn't play in England. He would be considered too small.
Okay.
He would be considered like, people would bully him. So the thing is, Paul Scholes, if you grew up in France, if you grew up in Jokol, I'll give you Jokol. He's not the best player.
Yeah.
If Jokol grew up in Spain or grew up in France or Italy or Germany, look at Musiala. They would build around such a player. But England likes bullies. England likes power, pace and power.
Yeah.
And so the last player they built around was Gaza. Before that, Glenn Hoddle thrown to the side, Chris Waddle.
Okay, wait. So who would you build around now then? Let's look at the England team now.
I would build around Cole Palmer, great technician. I would build around
consistent.
He had an injury plagued
season. No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking questions.
Yes.
I'm not saying it. I'm just asking questions.
I would build the team around him. I would rather build. Phil Foden hasn't delivered for England, but if they built the team around him, Phil Foden would play in Spain. He's a great technician, great in tight spaces, but England likes Elliot Anderson and Declan Rice. Now, it's not Declan Rice's fault that he has a horrible first touch. He can't turn. It's not Elliot Anderson's fault that he treats any ball as an unpinned grenade. He just kicks it away. This is not their fault. If Declan Rice and Elliot Anderson grew up in Spain, they'll be stacking shelves. They wouldn't be on the football pitch. Football is about technique. Football is about how you... Do you see Olmo today?
Yeah,
he would receive the ball on the half spaces. England doesn't have that player.
Today's whole game was tight.
It was incredible.
Like it was tight in terms of like where the player received the ball and where they moved from there.
Space is at a premium.
Space is at
a premium.
Yeah.
How can you turn? Jude Bellingham for me is the one player in England who, as I said last week, takes out his balls, slaps them on the table. Is he a technician? No, he's not. He's no Pedri. He's even no Gavi. Spain is overflowing with technicians. You saw today, they take off Rodri, they bring on Zubimendi.
Yeah, no, the whole team,
They take off Fabian Luiz, they bring on Pedri. People can't... When England was under pressure against Argentina, remember what I kept telling you? They kept hoofing the ball away.
Yeah, they did.
When they needed someone
Did you see the difference today?
Yes.
Difference today. Spain is up. Ball goes to Argentina. What did the Spanish do? They went to them. They didn't... That's all I'm saying I was looking for from the English team. Don't retreat into your box when the ball is in the other team's half, now you go wait for them. Because here's a few things that you do without realizing it. I know it seems safer, but first of all, you allow them to think because they get to look up, they get to scan the field, they get to like assess the situation.
Yes.
When a man is on you, and that's why I'm not good at football. I know when you're on me, I have to just think about the ball.
You've seen when I play, it doesn't matter if 3 guys on me. I tell you, no, these are shots. Pass me the ball.
Yeah.
These are non-existent shots because I know I can control the ball.
It makes a big difference.
They can't go through me. So the thing with
it makes a huge difference.
Yeah,
so what I'm saying though about the English team is, when you looked at this team that played France, I know you don't count it, but did you see anything in this team from any of the players where you'd go, actually, there's something there?
It was a meaningless game, so which means English players will turn up. Declan Rice was incredible in that game because it was meaningless. English players always disappear. Be it Hurricane, be it Declan Rice, they disappear in high-pressure games because they simply don't have the technique to take them through. I'll tell you this, and again, we're going to go like, Joe, you're being harsh. How much money did Declan Rice cost? $130 million, right? How much money did Elliot Anderson cost? $150 million. For me.
And now they're saying
for me, listen.
And now they're saying Morgan Rogers also like 100.
Morgan Rogers he's a winger. He's not like he's like a 10 sometimes. I don't mind him. I'm saying for me, when I look at Elliot Anderson and Declan Rice, they are 2 bad chicks of the same ass. 2 bad chicks of the same ass. 2
bad chicks of the same ass.
I can control the ball better than them under pressure.
My goodness.
2 bad chicks of the same ass.
I don't know what's worse.
So much money.
I don't know what's worse.
They cost so much money, Trevor. Now, I'll tell you this again.
Two butt cheeks of the same ass.
Trevor, I'm going to take you back to the 50s. Why did England win the World Cup in 1966? England won the World Cup in 1966 because in 1950, England thought they were the best team in the 1950s. Then they met that Hungarian team, the Magical Magyars, led by Ferenc Puskás. And they taught them a footballing lesson. England was still playing 4-4-2. These guys were playing 3-5-2. They taught them a footballing lesson. A footballing lesson so painful, England went back to the drawing board. And they went like, we need to modernize our game. Now, the problem with England these days is they come to World Cup or they come to a European Championship, underperform or perform to their talents. And instead of having a long, hard look in the mirror, instead of asking themselves questions, you know what happens? Because the media has been bigging up the players. The media can't go like, no, the players are mediocre. What do? They look for scapegoats and they blame game stats. And then it's like a vicious cycle every time. England thinks they're better than they are, underperform, blame game stats. They never take a hard look in the mirror and go like, okay, what do we need to change? We need to change our footballing culture. We can't build around players who are strong. Football is not about hard work. Look,
can I tell you?
Trevor, if I wanted hard workers in my midfield, I would go get Amazon warehouse workers. I would go get Kenya marathon runners. I would go get a cardiologist. Football is not cardio. Football, the ball should always move faster than you. That's what Pedri does. Pedri is not that fast. Rodri is not that fast. Oh, but good luck getting the ball from him. And England lacks that kind of player.
I agree with some of the things he said and disagree with some of the other things he said. England's level is DR Congo and Malawi. That's a joke. Comparing England to DR Congo and Malawi. No, come on, bravo, Congolese. No, we are not at that level. No, we are not. And the Declan Rice situation, that's another joke. Declan Rice is not a great player. He's a good player with a lot of potential to become a great player. But what he said about Declan Rice, I disagree. Okay? But overall, I like what he said. I like his analysis. I think it was dope. He had some solid points. It seems like he knows the subject very well. Honestly, it was good. And I think I would love to watch him again. Yeah, come on, Joe. Yeah, don't be too harsh. Don't be too harsh to my boy Declan Rice. I'm a Chelsea fan anyway. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but Declan is my boy anyway. But as I said, I like how he actually analyzed the situation and I can see the passion, which is good. Well done, Joe.